deeper, stranger, and possibly tied to the very fabric of the universe. Hi, I am Dr. Shambhu Yadav, a neuroscientist and a stress biologist from Harvard Medical School. And today we are diving into one of the boldest questions in science. Can quantum physics explain consciousness? This is not just a sci-fi, this is a science. This is the wild theory and new clues from the frontier of neuroscience and quantum biology that might change how we understand the mind for forever. You know that feeling of being you, why you love pizza at midnight or get chills from your favorite song. This is a big mystery and I am super excited to explore this with you. So let's break it down and see the brain might be doing something way beyond your regular physics. So what is consciousness? It's that spark that makes you aware you are watching this video right now. It's the taste of coffee. It's the taste of tea, chocolate, the joy of sunset, or that sense of tying it all together. You know, scientists have some cool idea and theory about how it works. And one theory says our brain is like a theater with a spotlight of the attention shining on different thought or feeling. And another say this is about how our brains parts share and mix information. The more connected they are, the more awake we feel. And these ideas are great. They let us study the brain with functional MRI or CT scan and the experiments. We can see which parts spark when we awake or asleep. But here is the twist. They explain how the brain works, not why it feels like something to be you. That's the big puzzle, and that is why some scientists think we need to look beyond regular science. So, why this puzzle is so tough? We can map our brain, track its signals, even make our arm move by zapping it with the electrodes. Pretty amazing, right? But that just shows what is linked to consciousness, not what makes it. There is a famous thoughtful experiment about a scientist named Mary who knows all about a color but has never seen it. When she finally sees the red, does she learn something new? Must say yes, because the feeling or experience red is different from just knowing about it. Let's pause for the second and think about this. If that's true, then consciousness is more than mechanics. It's something extra, and regular science might be missing it. Human brain is like a super complex computer with a billion of cells talking to each other every fraction of a second. We have built model of how it processes sights, sounds, even emotions. But a computer, no matter how fancy, does not feel anything. So why does our brains? Now this might be blow your mind. Some say it's just a matter of time. We will find it out with a better technology. And others, like a famous physicist named Roger Penrose, think we are missing something big. Maybe the brain is using physics we don't fully understand it. And that's where quantum physics comes in. It's a fascinating idea, but what if your brain is tapping into the weird world of quantum physics to create consciousness? Quantum physics is the science of the super tiny atoms, particles, weird stuff. And the particles can exist in the multiple states at once, like a coin being head and tail until you look. That's a superposition. Or two particles can be entangled, so messing with one instantly affects the other, no matter how far apart. This isn't sci-fi, it's a power, lasers, medical scanner, even your smartphone. But could it happen in your brain? That's the million-dollar questions. Now your brain's warm, wet, and messy. Not exactly a quantum lab. Quantum effects usually need super cold control setting or they fall apart fast. So most scientists are like, no way. But hold on. New clues from the quantum biology are shaking things up. There is a new field of the study called quantum biology that is pretty fascinating. It's a turn out life might already use the quantum tricks. Plants, for example, move energy around super efficient during the photosynthesis thanks to the quantum effect. Birds might be even use quantum stuff in their eye to navigate using Earth's magnetic field. Think about this for a moment, and if plant and bird can tap into the quantum mechanics, why not the human brain? And some researchers think tiny structure in our brain cell called microtubules that might be the key. And these are the cells scaffolding made by the proteins. So the two scientists, Hamfroff and Roger Penrose, have a wild theory called orchestrated objective reduction or OR. They say these microtubules act like a tiny quantum computer. In the quantum physics, the particle can be multiple states until something makes them choose one. And Professor Roger Penrose thinks this choice is not random, it's guided by some deep unknown physics. In our brain, and these microtubules might be hosting this quantum event. Even they choose a state, it creates a tiny moment of the consciousness. And a lot of these moments together could be what makes we feel aware. It's like your brain is playing quantum tune that become your thought and feelings. Sounds fascinating, but it has some big challenges, which is why not everyone is convinced. Most scientists think it is crazy, and here is why. They say the brain's very noisy and warm for quantum effect to last long enough to matter. And these effects happen super fast, way quicker than our brain signal. And it's hard to test this idea. So how do we check if tiny protein in your brain are doing quantum stuff? Some say it's more like a cool story than actual hard science. Critics want experiments that can prove or disprove it, but that is tricky to do. Professor Penrose, who won a Nobel Prize in Physics in 2020, thinks our understanding of physics is missing something, and the brain might hold the clue. Although scientists have recently found that the microtubules in brain cells can vibrate in a way that might support quantum effect, and this vibration could, in theory, keep quantum state stable for a bit. It's not proof, but it's a kind of hint. Another clue comes from the anesthetics, the drug that knock you out. They seems to mess with the microtubules, and some think that's why you lose consciousness. Could that mean microtubules are key to being aware? Maybe, hard to deny. But non-believers point out that these vibrations might just be random noise, not quantum magic. And anesthesia affect lot of brain stuff, not just the microtubules. It's a clue but not a shut dunk. Anyway, the quantum biology is giving us more to think about this. Recent study shows that the brain waves, those electrical patterns we measure, might hint a quantum effect. Some patterns look like they could involve the entangled particles. It's not solid proof, but it's a sort of enough to keep us curious. If the brain is using quantum trick, it could process information faster or in way a regular computer can't. And that could explain why consciousness feels so special. Professor Penrose even ties this with a mathematical idea that says human thinking goes beyond what computer can do. With things, those quantum moments in your brain might let you understand things in a way no machine ever could. there are a lot of AI noise, but still our brain has a superpower. So if this quantum stuff of the brain is real, it could change how we see the consciousness. Some thinkers believe the consciousness isn't just something brain make it. It might be the part of the universe itself, like space or time. And a quantum brain could support that idea, suggesting our brain is tied to the fabric of reality. It even touches on the free will. If quantum randomness play a role, maybe our choices aren't just the result of fixed brain circuit. Anyway, this idea sounds fascinating, but it's still a theory, not a fact. And people are super excited about it. Some call it mega stuff, others say it's just a hype. I think the truth is probably somewhere in between. Science needs proof, and we are still not there. Researchers are working on it. New tools like a super sensitive quantum sensor might one day export this effect in the brain. And other technologies like using light to control brain cells could test if microtubules are really doing something special. We are also looking at a way to compare quantum and the regular brain model to look which explain consciousness better. So is the brain a quantum machine? Honestly, I don't know. And that's what makes this so fun, so excitement. And this search is not just about the brain, it's about who we are and what the universe is. Even if this theory is wrong, it's pushing us to ask big questions and explore the new idea. I love how it sparks curiosity but keeps us honest with the science. What do you think? Is your brain tapping into the quantum weirdness, or is the consciousness something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. Until next, stay curious and keep wondering. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.